Because usually men are easily manipulated through sex, especially when you don't have a lot of bodies. You collect those bodies in your younger years, and then those bodies now is not about the body, it's about the mindset. This is why, and I hate to say it's going to sound sexist, right? I don't care. Right? So when women have a lot of bodies, they collect trauma. When men have a lot of bodies, we collect experience. Right? Because why? I'm going to tell you why. Women emotionally bond through sex. Right? I'll give you an analogy. Let's see if I can banana. Hold on. You know what? I do it better. I'm going to call this one Boobies Orange Theory. Right? This is a girl. She is a virgin. You see the little virgin, you see the Heimlich and shit like that? She has sex with a guy. Right? Now we broke into that Heimlich or whatever. She emotionally bonds. Right? The guy broke her heart. He cheated. Right? That's a piece of her missing. Right? Next relationship she goes into, she has sex, she emotionally bonds. He beat her ass. Right? We just lost another piece. Right? The next relationship, whatever, she found out he was gay. Right? Fuck it. You see all these pieces or whatever. Next one that she goes into, that guy didn't pay the bills. She had to become the man in that relationship. More trauma. Right? Next man that woman deals with, you know, she finds out that he has a kid with another woman. Right? Now she got trust issues. Right? So eventually, with the more men that women sleep with, they slowly start giving a piece away to that guy. Emotionally investing, giving a piece away to that guy. Now Mr. Right, that comes along, right, is left with nothing. Right? So now we have all this trauma in that woman that's not going to be able to fully open up because she gave so many different pieces of herself emotionally to a guy. Now the guy has to sit there and deal with all that baggage. Now meanwhile, while she's dealing with that, she's having kids, she's getting older, she's becoming bitter, she's becoming more masculine, she has to survive, all men are the bad guy, right? So women kind of like, in a fucked up sense, just collect trauma. Men, we collect experience, right? So now it's like, all right, now I know that this woman crying all the time, manipulation. Now I know that women who say they have male friends, right? That's a guy that they're sleeping with, or that's an ex. Now I know the woman who likes to go partying, that's not really a woman who takes things seriously. Now I know the woman who didn't have a father in their life usually acts in this way, right? So now we're able to make better decisions. We're being selective with women, right? Women control sex, men control commitment, right? So the more experience, right? I hate to say it, right? With the more experience a man has with women and we collect this large body count, is the better we are to analyze what type of woman has the right values for us. You know, the less experience that we have with women, the easier we are to be manipulated. And that's usually the nice guy who finishes last. You know, that's the guy who's like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. Oh my God, I just spent my whole life savings. You know, I have to pay and take care of her.
But not all women are like that.
Oh, I'm gonna say they're not like that. But I'm gonna say a majority.
But see, that's the problem. That's the problem with everything right now. It's like that's exactly the response that good women deal with when it comes to men. It's like when a woman says not all women are like that, the response is that's what they all say. That's what they all say. That's what they all say. But it's like you're like judging that person, and it's like I don't know. I just feel like when you judge somebody off the rip,
okay.
Like how does somebody prove if you're always judging that person?
I got you. And two factors, right? Number one, women killed their self-image. All right, it's almost like if you see a group of lions and they all act alike and they're all lions, you're trying to figure out which one's gonna bite you or not, and you're like, I'm gonna stay away from all. Right? So the same way men look at it. If we see a whole bunch of women talking in this way collectively with the same mentality, collectively with the same behaviors, collectively with the same notions and sentiments, a lot of us would give a general view of how women generally are. And a lot of the time, the good women get lost in that perception that women have created as a whole, right? Now look at women back in the 90s, right? Women back in the 90s had more self-respect. You know, they didn't go out there with the short skirts. Relationships lasted a whole lot longer. They respected themselves. So men respected women. Look at the women today. What do you see a majority of? I see more dongs, titties, OnlyFans, ass on fucking shit. Niggas are supposed to do this. Women having multiple baby daddies and shit like that. Proud about it, strong, independent. So now the perception overall is tainted. So how women separate themselves from that is being consistent, right? Because a man now is going to look at you as a liability before he looks at you as an asset, because collectively, this is the perception that's put into the world.